Yeah.
This meeting is
Cool.
being recorded.
So yeah, before we move on, when it comes to product research, do you have any more questions?
No, let me just read through this really quickly. Right. Okay. No. Okay. Good. Yeah.
Cool.
Mhm.
Is your camera okay?
Oh, sure. I didn't even realize.
No worries.
Yeah. We good.
Cool. All good. So yeah, the next stage after this is going to be helping you find the right suppliers. So after Jats has given you the green light with the product that you've researched, it's time to get connected with suppliers of that product and build partnerships with them. So the suppliers that most people get suckered into using, they have no testimonials, they're bad when it comes to communication, they sell on Amazon themselves. So say, for example, you phone them up requesting a product, they would research it themselves. If they liked it, they would cut you out and then sell on Amazon themselves, just like you mentioned before. Now, they're also very unclear with their pricing. What we're going to do is we're going to help you get partnered with suppliers that are very diligent when it comes to communication. They have fast turnaround times for your shipment, so your customers are going to be happy. They're going to give you 5-star reviews because they're getting their products on time. They have a good reputation in the community. They have strong testimonials. But perhaps the most important thing, they have a simple pricing and discount threshold for you. This is going to make it easier for you to plan your margins and how much stock you need, especially for the coming months when there's going to be holiday periods. So it's going to be easier for you to forecast and plan your business for the months and months to come. Also, they come recommended by other sellers, especially JATs and our other students. So when it comes to the types of suppliers we're going to help you get connected with, is everything clear?
Yeah. Yeah. It's clear. It's just I don't have any exposure with it, so it's something I'll have to learn.
No
Yeah.
worries. Yeah, and to give you the added level of confidence there, to make sure you don't get taken advantage of by any supplier, we'll give you the exact word-by-word calling and email scripts you need to source, vet, and partner with the right supplier. We will give you a checklist of questions you need to ask them so they understand that you're not a beginner and they give you the best rates. So we tell you exactly what to say on the phone and what to say in email, how to negotiate with them so they give you the best rates. We're also going to give you guidance on how to conduct a test shipment. So we'll help you work out if there's product market fit as quickly and as cheaply as possible. So once you've researched the right product, it's then time to work out if that product is going to sell quickly. That's the main thing here. That's the probably perhaps the most important thing when it comes to Amazon FBA. Testing new products quickly and establishing proof of concept before anyone else. We'll give you guidance on how to do this, and then we'll give you the green light in terms of when it's going to be the right time to scale your business and invest more into stock that's selling well. So when it comes to finding the right suppliers, negotiating and test shipments, do you have any questions?
So you guys are the ones who are gonna determine if the product will sell quickly.
So what you'll do is you'll buy a small amount initially. So that might involve you
Right.
going into somewhere like Costco or a physical warehouse, buying perhaps like 20 to 40 units of a product, packaging it up, sending it to the Amazon warehouse and seeing how quickly it sells. If it's selling quickly, we'll give you that reassurance that you've got the data there in front of you to invest more into stock and phone an actual supplier to order in a greater quantity to start scaling your business there. That's ultimately what we're going to help you do. Get that confidence and reassurance to start scaling higher once you've got the data in front of you to do so. Does that make sense?
Okay. Okay. Yeah, understood.
Cool. So before I move on, do you have any questions?
No, I'm okay.
Cool. So the next stage after this is going to be helping you scale your business for the years to come. So here's where you should be within 90 days if you were to take action. You'll know how to easily find A-grade products and make at least 20% plus profit margins on them. You'll have fully mastered how to get the right suppliers and negotiate with them, and you'll have made a few $1,000s in sales. So from this point here, it's time to start buying back your time. So we do this by looking at your winning listings and teaching you how to expand your product line. So when it comes to Amazon FBA, you can't just rely on one product. After like 3 to 6 weeks, it's going to stop selling because more people jump onto it, the margins go lower, and price tags start like getting into the buy box. Now, what we're going to help you do is get one step ahead of that. So constantly looking to improve and expand your portfolio so you can bring in consistent revenue within your business. So you're going to be building up the skill set here of finding products, conducting test shipments, and taking it to market quicker than your competition. That's the main skill here. We're also going to give you the plug and play templates and systems that Jats has built so you can place them into your business so it practically runs itself. And what we mean by this is helping you hire virtual assistants and giving you all the processes you need to source them, to hire them, to train them, and delegate to them so they can take over the more monotonous parts of your business, such as product research and contacting suppliers. So you would hire them through the Philippines. They're native English speakers. You don't have to hire them full time initially because that can be quite expensive. You hire them at an hour by hour basis. You give them a specific task and they execute. And again, we'll teach you how to find the best workers to make sure that they're going to be doing a good job for you from absolute day one. So when it comes to scaling your business, do you have any questions?
Mm, I don't think I have any questions right now,
You
as
sure?
obviously, it's new for me.
Okay.
So I think like as I go along, and then I may have some questions. So if it's okay for me to reach out at that point, is that okay?
Sorry?
Or if I have questions like along the way,
No, if you, but when it comes to scaling here, is there anything you felt like is confusing or doesn't make sense to you, or has everything been clear to you?
no, I mean I understand what you're saying. Do I know what to do? Not yet.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
if you get what I'm saying.
No worries there. So yeah, now when it comes to the support that we're going to give you to make sure we can help you succeed with product research, sourcing, and scaling, you're going to have unlimited access to accountability and support calls. So you fill out a short form and we work out if the problem that you have is going to be a simple 30-second fix or if a call is going to be needed. So technically, you could have a call with us every single day if you really wanted to. And the thing is, just like the product research forms, we encourage you to overuse this option, especially in the beginning. Why? Because it's going to massively increase the speed in which you're going to get to your first $100,000 in sales. So this is what that looks like. So again, you type in your name, so Kiran, and then you
Mm.
type in your support, your query. So I need help with finding the right supplier. Supplier number one has given me XYZ quote. What can I do from here? Or it could be a case of I need help with product research. I have used the 5-point checklist. Just want to make sure I'm doing things correctly before I contact suppliers. Then you would submit that. Then either Jats or one of our community leaders, they would get onto a call with you. It doesn't matter if you're in America, if the time zone is different, we would schedule a call to make sure that your problem is 100% resolved. If you've got a very technical problem, very nuanced, it's going to be a face-to-face call like this to make sure that, again, your problem is 100% solved and you can move on to the next stage where you do have a set sort of instructions to do. And if you have any questions after that, just rebook a call because this is unlimited. So overuse this in the beginning, especially if you've never done this before. So when it comes to the accountability and support calls you're going to get from us, do you have any questions on how it's going to work for you personally?
My question is for that. I know you said it's unlimited and whatnot, but will you at any point will your client be neglected at any point?
Would I what?
Will your client be neglected at any point?
Neglected? Um,
Hmm. Because
uh,
I mean, all right. So the reason why I'm saying that is because for you, a problem that like someone who's new, it may not be an actual problem, right?
yes. So
So
thing
because
is,
you're accustomed to it, you're in the business or whatever the case may be. But for someone who's new, they may need a little bit more, assistance in breaking it down, how
this
you
this is
explain
exactly
things to
why
them.
we call it an accountability or support call. The accountability part, we encourage you to book at least one every single week to keep you accountable for so you can say, look, I've done this XYZ in the past 7 days. Am I doing the correct thing? It would give you that support, that reassurance that you are doing the correct stuff, no matter what stage you're at. The support part of it is the more technical side of things. So this is what I mentioned before when it comes to product research or finding the right suppliers or hiring a virtual assistant or
The
even
technical
setting up
part, yeah.
your the business bank account or whatever in the initial stage. This has like unlimited use cases. Use it for whatever you need. No matter how technical it is, submit it. So it could be a simple, very simple, like sort of 30-second fix where a call isn't going to be needed. But again, you would get the instructions you need to 100% solve your problem. That's the support that we're going to give you here. So it doesn't matter if you're a
Okay.
beginner. If it's even better if you're a beginner. This is what it's designed to do. This is why it's unlimited. This is why it's a support call for our service. It's to make sure that beginners aren't going to be left to their own devices. They're not going to feel neglected, not knowing what to do. There's always going to be someone there that you can contact to make sure that you do know what to do at every given moment, every given week as the time goes by. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, it does. But what's the response time on something like this?
So it would be within 24 hours. So you would submit the form within 24 hours. We would get back to you to make sure we can schedule a time to make sure that we can
Okay.
help you with your problem.
Okay.
Is that clear?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Do you have any other questions when it comes to the accountability and support calls?
No, it's fine.
No? Okay, cool. And again, just to make sure we're clear on the guarantee here, if you haven't hit 100,000 in sales within 12 months of working with us, then we refund your entire investment. But again, that's based on you have to have contacted at least 100 suppliers and you must have tested at least 50 products. If you've done this but haven't gotten to this outcome here within 12 months, your investment's going to be refunded to your bank account that you initially invested into our services with in the first place. And again, this is going to be outlined in the agreement that we're going to sign before we potentially get started with each other. So before we move on here, very quickly, is our guarantee clear to you? Does it make sense?
Yeah, I understand. Yeah.
Cool. No worries. So yeah, that's how we're going to help you go from where you are right now, looking to get started with this as a brand new business owner. So your first 100,000 in sales within 12 months of doing this, where roughly 20 to 35% of that is going to be profit. And that's based on what our students have achieved with us so far. So if I go to our community here, um, if you see, so say for example, Camellia, this is what she's achieved in the past 12 months. So as you can see here, she's made £151,900 in the past 12 months of doing this. As you can see here, the first few months were a bit difficult as she was still learning how to do this. There was still a learning phase of being a new business owner. But this jump here is when we gave her that reassurance that now is the right time to invest more into stock. You've got the right products. You've negotiated correctly with the right supplier. Now is the time to be more aggressive with this. And we gave her that confidence, that reassurance to take that next leap higher in her business. And as you can see here, throughout the entirety of this year, there has been a month where she's made less than 12,000 in sales. So when it comes to Camilla's results here, do you feel like this is something that's obtainable for you personally?
I mean, I think it's attainable. I don't see why not.
I see. And this period here as well, the initial few months where she was learning
Hmm.
how to do things, is this something you feel like you would be prepared for?
Yeah. Definitely. I'm prepared to learn, right?
Okay, cool. That's good to hear. Another sort of result for you here is Amar, the same thing, where he got to 100,000 in sales after what, 10 months of doing this. His example is a bit more extreme. He made less than 6,000 in sales in the first 4 months of doing this. But again, once he found the right product, once he found the right supplier, once we gave him that reassurance that now is the right time to go heavy, invest more into stock, and be brave, that's when he took that leap higher in his business. And again, he hasn't made less than 12,000 in sales ever since he's done that. So it's a case
I
of
just
following our instructions and just taking action when we tell you to do so. So again, when it
okay.
comes to Amar's results, is everything clear?
I have a question. Like,
Cool.
for example, this person or the person before, how many products average they have been like selling?
So it would be at least 50 within the 12 months, at least.
At least 50.
Yeah, so
Okay.
at least 4 to 5 products every month. So you're testing at least one product every week. That's how it works.
And those are test products or those are products that they reinvested into, like,
So
let's just say, uh-huh.
So just to give you an example here, say for example you submitted 10 research forms, and then we gave you 3 products that we believe are going to that are going to be the best based on the criteria that we have and based on what you've researched. Out of those 3 products, you go and conduct test shipments for each and every single one of them. One of those products is selling quicker than the others. That's the one that you scale more into aggressively. That one sells for 3 to 6 weeks. quite well before it starts petering off. But within those 3 to 6 weeks, you would be researching more products and submitting more forms and submitting more tests and conducting more test shipments. So Amazon FBA, the way the business model works, you're constantly doing research and you're constantly
Yeah.
testing for new products. So at an absolute minimum, you're testing one new product a week. Does that make sense?
Okay.
And
Yeah, that makes sense.
yeah. So that's the reason why you see from going from 18,000 in sales down to 12,000. Things stop selling because things are starting to wane down. There's people jumping onto the same products and the competition rises. But as you can see here, the things go up again as you've introduced a new product into your business and it's starting to sell very quickly. That's how it works.
Right.
But in order to
Go
go
ahead. Go ahead.
No, go for it. You had a question.
Okay, no, so I was saying, like, I know you said within 3 to 6 weeks you might get quick sale, and then if other people jump on the list, then sales may slow down, right? Depending on
Yes,
the product itself,
that's when things
right?
start to slow down. But as you can see here, the
Now,
reason why things
if
stay from
product,
sorry?
so no, I didn't finish. Um, in terms of, let's just say after 3 weeks things slow down, right? I know when products are sitting at Amazon, there's also a cost attached to that. Like if it's there for over an extended period of time, things like that. So, how do we like, compensate for those things?
Compensate for what?
Okay, so all right, when you send a product to Amazon, right?
Yeah,
You basically it's like you renting a storage space,
yeah,
basically,
yeah.
right? Obviously, I'm not sure of the specifics in terms of how long it should be there, and
Oh, okay.
if it's there over that time, what's the consequences, and how do we, deal with something like that?
Okay, so when it comes to Amazon storing products, say for example, you've made a massive mistake, you've ordered the wrong product, it's stuck in Amazon's warehouse. What would happen in that situation there is you would ask Amazon to dispose of it for a small fee. But to make sure you don't get into that problem in the first place, as we mentioned before, um, what's it called? So when it comes to the test shipment, we're going to help you forecast how much you need to invest when it goes to the first initial test shipment to the next stage there where you're sending things directly to Amazon. That's what we're going to help you do so you don't get into that problem in the first place. So we'll teach you how to forecast, how to invest into the right level of stock at each stage, and when to give you that confidence to take that next leap higher. We don't want you to get
Okay,
into a situation where you've ordered too much stock and it's stuck in Amazon's warehouse and you have to destroy it or ask them to get rid of it. That's something that we don't want to happen. And the unlimited forms, the feedback that we give you, the forecast that we're going to help you build, that's what's going to help make sure that make sure it doesn't happen in the first place, if that makes sense.
okay.
Is that clear?
So, so the test shipment, right?
Yep,
Just to clear up something. So we find a product,
yep,
we get a supplier, we do a test shipment, let's just say of 20 units of a specific product.
yep,
Those 20 units we package, send it to Amazon, right?
yep,
That's our test shipment.
yep.
And then based on how that does, let's just say we want to scale it down, invest more into that product,
Yes,
right? Let's say, just give me a figure that you guys are accustomed, like advising people of a product that they tested, let's just say 20 of, let's say what, 50 or 100 pieces, I'm not sure, 100 units,
yep.
right?
So
So,
it depends on the product and it depends how
right,
quickly it's selling. So
it
those are the
sells, yes,
factors we
yes,
take
yes,
into
those are the,
those are the factors we take into account before telling
yeah,
you how much more to invest into stock. We, as I mentioned before, it's not going to be a case of like you invest like into 20 to 30 units that sold out within like a week and a half, and then we say now order 1,000 because that's unsafe. We would go incrementally and make sure that you're doing this in a sustainable way, and you're not going to get into that problem where for some reason it doesn't sell and you're stuck with unsold stock in Amazon and you have to request them to like destroy it with it or dispose of it for a fee. So we're going to make sure like we don't get into that sort of situation there. It's small incremental steps to help you scale your business sustainably so you can achieve these results here where you're making consistent revenue every single week, every single month as time goes on. And you're constantly in that process of scaling things higher and then working out. So say for example, in January, you would be researching what products to sell in March and April. When it comes to March and April, you're going to be researching products to sell in June and July and so on and so forth. You're always going to be one step ahead. You're always going to be conducting test shipments. You're always going to be scaling new products, and you're always going to be in that situation where you're making consistent revenue based on what we tell you to do, if that makes sense.
Okay. Okay. I understand.
Does that answer your question?
Yeah, yeah,
You sure?
yeah.
Cool. So yeah, when it comes to yeah, that's how we're going to help you then. So you're looking at two outcomes then after getting started with us. Either you put in the work, you follow exactly what we say, and for some reason you don't hit 100,000 in sales within 12 months, and we give you a full refund of your investment. Or you put in the work, you follow exactly what we say, and you hit at least 100,000 in sales, which is going to be $20,000 to $35,000 in profit in year one of your Amazon FBA business. So when it comes to the two potential outcomes from here, is that clear to you? Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. It's
Cool.
clear.
And do you have any questions in terms of the two potential outcomes?
No, no.
Okay, cool. So yeah, now before I get into the investment required here, on a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being I hate this is dumb, it's never going to work, and 10 being shut up and take my money, where do you feel like you lie between 1 and 10 specifically?
Well, I'm ready to get started. So,
Okay, cool.
like I'm on board.
No worries, cool. And when it comes to the product research phase, because I know that was your initial problem, do you feel like our
Hmm.
services would help you with that specifically?
I would hope so.
Cool. And beyond that as well, when it comes to finding the right supplier and being able to contact someone and speak to an actual person that's going to help you, someone that's actually running a successful Amazon FBA business, do you feel like that would sort of help solve that problem as well?
As I say, I mean, I don't know what the support is until I actually get it. You tell me what it's gonna be like, right? I don't know what it's actually gonna be when I get it. So only at that point I'll be able to tell you. But I'm trusting you guys, so we see how it goes.
Okay, no worries there. I appreciate that. So yeah, now before I get into the numbers here, do you feel like I've missed anything out that you need to know in order to make a decision here today?
I don't. I mean, I don't think you missed anything really. Is there anything else you think you have to tell me?
I'll get into the more sort of the deliverables of our service here, but in terms of the support, the guidance, the way that we've structured things in terms of the 4 steps, do you feel like anything's been missing, or do you think everything's been sort of clear to you to help you make a decision here today?
I think it's okay so far.
Okay, sure. You sure?
Yeah.
Cool. So yeah, in terms of the deliverables for our service,
Mm-hmm.
can you see?
Just just one sec. I'm just getting my charger.
Okay, no worries.
Yeah.
Cool. So in terms of the deliverables for our service, you're going to get unlimited product research form submissions, unlimited accountability and support calls, 1 weekly live group coaching call with Jats, where you can ask him any question you want, no matter what stage you're at, as well as access to all of our previous coaching call recordings. So if we go over here, this is what you'd also get access to. So we've had coaching calls before where you'd be able to access them. You'd be able to see um, what other sort of clients have asked Jats, all the technical questions that they've asked him. You'd be able to get through all of these, they ask questions along the sides of Amazon selling strategies and competition, strategy timelines for turnover, strategies and legal issues, distractions and focus. That's another big thing that entrepreneurs have to take into account. You get access to all the previous call recordings we've ever had, all the questions that people have asked before, to help you learn how to do this. You'd also get access to over 3 hours of video content where Jats shows you exactly what you need to do step by step in order to start making money with your Amazon FBA business, as well as access to all the future updates that Jats is going to make to the curriculum as Amazon FBA evolves, as well as access to a strong community of successful Amazon FBA business owners that are here to help you out with our guarantee of making at least 100,000 in sales within 12 months if you follow all the actions that we've outlined. For this, it's a one-time investment of 995 GBP. So that's the investment required for us to help you make 20 to 35,000 in profit in year one of the Amazon FBA business. So a potential ROI of at least 10x within 12 months from now. The next step from here would be getting you onboarded so you can get started with the initial setup. So now that you know how our service works, how our guarantee works, the investment required, how that works as well, all I'm looking for from here is just a simple yes or no.
Okay. So I just have one thing that I have to do before I move forward, which is tomorrow I'll have to deposit the money into my account,
Sure.
and then yeah, we can move forward.
Okay. So
I'm
what we can
okay.
do,
I'm on board.
no worries. What we can do from here, we can put a small deposit down of like $25 or £25 to lock in your spot. That would also allow me to get a contract written up for you, and I can send it over to you. We can book a second call either tomorrow or a few days from now if you want to take a few days to go over the contract, read through all the deliverables, everything outlined in the guarantee. On our second
Hmm.
call, I'll answer any remaining questions you might have after going
Hmm.
through the contract, and at the end of the call, if you feel like this isn't for you for whatever reason, we can just refund your deposit. Or if you feel like everything is for you, you feel like the contract makes sense, then we can just process the rest of the investment. So is that something you'd be open to?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, let me just get the.
How do you guys accept payment?
So we just take a card payment, and so let me just find you on. So I'm going to send you the deposit link for everything. Hold on, just. No way. Why would you do that?
That's right.
My Zoom crashed. One sec.
So
Um, Hold on. Let me just find your details here. Uh, so let me just find you. So 437-545-5330.
will you be providing this document also for me?
I can send you over this document as well. But let me just find the deposit link for you. Let me just. And I also need to get you a contract put together as well. Let me just write that down quickly. Uh, Okay, so I've sent you the link for the deposit. Once you've processed it, just take a screenshot and send it to me on WhatsApp. Then I can book on the second call and get the contract sent over to you.
Okay, no problem. So I'll do that for you shortly, all right?
We typically do it on this call just so I know how to not know how to, but so I can book on the second call and everything. There's no confusion.
Sorry?
We
I didn't
typically
hear what you
take
said.
Sorry, so we typically take the deposit on these calls here, just so I can book in the second call and there's no sort of like gaps in communication.
Okay, let me get my phone. And do you have your own business for yourself? Amazon
Sorry?
business? Do you run your own Amazon FBA business?
No, I just work for Jazz, and he hired me specifically just for this. This takes up all my
Oh,
time.
why don't you run your own business though?
I've been going through the content, but I work like 7, 8, 9, 10 hours a day. It would be difficult for me to like run a business alongside that and give it all the time that it needs.
Okay. Okay, so the payment was done.
Cool. If you take a screenshot and send it to me on WhatsApp, then I can book in our second call here.
Okay, I'll let you know when I'll do the second call because tomorrow may not be an option. But would I be able to leave you via WhatsApp?
We could do that. So I have one slot available here, as you can. I'm not sure if you can see my screen here, but right
Uh,
now it's 10 p. Well, it's 11:08 for me right now. We could do the same time tomorrow, or the same time on Thursday or Saturday.
I could probably try for Thursday.
Thursday? Okay, so let me just move you over here. Cool. Let me know once you've received the confirmation email for our call on Thursday.
Check. Let me know if you received the confirmation
Yeah.
payment.
Yeah. So we just sent it now. It's been automated through our system. Uh, so
Okay, yeah, I got the.
hello.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, no worries. So yeah, I have booked our next call in for Thursday on the 10th. Have you received the confirmation email?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, cool. So yeah, if you can't make the call on Thursday for whatever reason, just reach out to me on WhatsApp and we'll get it rearranged. But
Mhm.
I'll get the contract sent over to you and the document that we've just gone through today sent to you in the next
Also, the recording also.
sorry,
The recording.
the recording.
Yeah.
Okay, would you prefer the recording or would you prefer the document? Which one would you like?
Mm, I guess the recording because the recording has a document, right? So
I can just send you the document. You can go through in your own time as opposed to the recording. It flips in and out. You'd have to go through specific parts. The document is just going to be page by page by page.
yeah, I know, but the recording would have basically what we discussed,
Oh,
kind of
okay,
like
sure.
you know
Okay, so make sure you have
specifically.
everything here. I'll give you the recording, the document, and the contract. Sound good?
Okay, yeah, perfect.
No worries there. Let me just write that down real quick. So, doc, recording, contract.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Would you like anything else on top of that, or do you feel that's enough?
No, that's good for now. Until
Okay, cool. So yeah,
uh,
no worries. So yeah,
yeah,
yeah, we'll speak on Thursday. And again, if you
Thursday,
feel like you need to rearrange it, just let me know on WhatsApp.
no problem.